Good morning, Wedge Kids. Welcome to Sunday morning. Here we are, me with my family. We're going to play a little game where we're going to read off some questions for our Connect starting activity. So join along, answer the questions with us. We're going to be throwing some paper into those boxes right there, reading some questions to you and to us, and answering them. So answer along. Y'all ready to throw? Let's start it off. Throw a piece of paper. Ooh, I think you hit the long box. So question is, would you rather swim a long distance or walk a long distance? Swim for the win. Do you want to come and be the person? You're in charge. Now your turn to throw. What question does she get?
Would you rather swim in a river or row a boat on a river?
Swim in a river or row a boat on a river?
Swim in a river.
Swim a river. What's y'all's answer though? You want to go and be the person in charge? All right, Kaylee's up. Which box? What is it? What is it? What question is it? Let's see. Hold it up. So it's a question that says, for a vacation, would you rather go camping or stay at a hotel?
Stay at a hotel.
She says stay at a hotel. What would you guys rather do? Go camping or stay at a hotel? What you got? What's next? You need? Oh, you don't need one. Come on back here. Choose a question.
Would you rather eat meat all of the time or bread all of the time?
Ooh, that's a good one. Would you rather eat meat all the time or manna all the time?
No, bread.
Bread, manna. What's the difference?
Meat all the time.
Meat? What kind of meat?
Chicken, beef, bacon, whatever.
Chicken.
Bacon.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Big sausage.
Landed it. What's my question?
Would you rather blow a trumpet really loudly or yell really loudly?
I think yell! I would love to yell, not blow a trumpet or yell. All right, so we got this box. Oh, we got a bunch of boxes. Let's go. Couple more questions. Looks like you went for this one. Have you ever played Follow the Leader? Yes or no?
No.
So if you did play Follow the Leader, would you rather follow others or be the leader to tell others what to do?
Be the leader to tell others.
Be the leader, tell others what to do? Good. Come be the leader then and tell us what to do. There we go. What would you guys rather do? Be the leader or do what everybody tells you to do? Pick a question. Which question is it?
If you could play any kind of musical instrument, which would you choose?
Any kind of musical instrument, what would you choose to play?
Guitar?
Guitar or a trumpet?
No. Oh, wait.
All right, so here's the last question. Last question right here. McKenna's going to get the last question of the day.
Just two more.
Okay, there's two more. What's the question?
Oh.
There we go.
Have you ever been in the hot sun all day? What was it like? Yes, I have. It was like I was getting a really bad tan and burned at the same time.
Did you tell them though?
It was like I was getting a really bad tan and burn at the same time.
What was the question again?
Have you ever been in the hot sun all day?
And what was the result?
If you have, what was it like?
All right, here we go.
It was close.
It was close.
It was close, I know. Would you rather find a snake or a jackrabbit in the wild?
Jackrabbit! I don't like snakes. Hate them.
Mark this out.
Is there any more questions?
No.
That's all the questions for this activity. Now we're going to turn it over to our song that is our verse, but our verse that's a song. Where's it found? Jeremiah 9:24. How's it go? If you boast, oh boast, boast. No, here it goes. Here's how it really goes.
Jeremiah 9:24.
But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. I am the Lord who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness, all honor. For in these I delight, declares the Lord. I am the Lord who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness, all honor. For in these I delight, declares the Lord. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. Who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness, all honor. For in these I delight, declares the Lord. I am the Lord who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness, all honor. For in these I delight, declares the Lord. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me. But let the one who boasts, boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me.
I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. Come sunshine or rain, when things don't go my way, still my joy can stay. 'Cause you give me blessings every day. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy.
All right, are you guys? Here we are teaching our big God story today from the book of Joshua. So the Israelite, I got some sad news. Oh no, sad news. The book of Exodus, oh no, book of Deuteronomy actually is the book right before Joshua. And so I was looking in my Bible. Y'all have your Bible? At the end of the book of Deuteronomy, sad news. Really sad news. Y'all ready? Moses dies. Okay, and good news comes. Joshua becomes the leader of the Israelite people, right? And so here's what's pretty cool is God says, Joshua, I want you to take a really big city and conquer it. And I'm going to give it to you, the people of Israel to take it. And so he says, I need you to go check out the city of Jericho. So he sends these people, spies, to go check out, from the Israelites, check out the city of Jericho. And while they're checking out the city of Jericho, they meet this lady named Rahab. Okay? And this is in the book of Joshua, chapter 2. Rahab helps the spies. She helps them check out the city of Jericho. She helps them get out of the city and not get caught. And not only that, but she says, when you come back to conquer the city, I'll help you if you'll save me and my people. And she believes in God at this moment and says, God, I'm going to trust in God. I'm going to trust your God's people. So I'll help you. So she helps them check it all out. They make a plan. And then the spies leave. They go back to Joshua and the Israelites. And they talk about all this stuff. During this time, they also cross over the Jordan River. And then here we are in chapter 5 and 6. And here's where the Israelite people, with Joshua the leader, they come to the city of Jericho to conquer it. And so when it says in chapter 5, verse 13, now when Joshua was near Jericho, he looked up and saw a man standing in front of him with a drawn sword in his hand. And Joshua went up to him and asked, are you for us or for our enemies? And neither, he replied, but as the commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come. And Joshua fell face down to the ground and said, what message does my Lord have for his servant? And the commander of the Lord's army said, take off your sandals, for the place where you're standing is holy. And so what's really cool about that is that God's presence and his commander of the army showed up to help the Israelite people take the city of Jericho. And so they found 12 stones and made an altar to God and worshiped God before they ever went into battle, because they said, God is going to give us this battle, the city of Jericho, and our enemies we're going to be able to overtake them, not because we are strong, not because we are great warriors, but because God has given us the victory of this battle. And they trusted God. Remember how last week and even the week before, the Israelites were having a ton of trouble trusting God, that manna was enough, that God was in control of everything. Well, now I think Joshua and the Israelite people have learned their lesson at this moment, and they say, God says, take Jericho, I'm going to trust God and go. And then God says, boom, here it is. So Rahab, remember Rahab? She helps them get into the city and overtake it, and they take Rahab with her and protect her and keep her safe. And the Israelite people win a victory in the land of Canaan, in the city of Jericho. And what's really great about it is they couldn't say that we won the victory on our own. What's really cool is that they knew that God had given them the victory, and that God had put all these things in place so that Rahab could help them, and the victory was not theirs that they claimed. They said, God gave us this victory, and we trust in God, and he is in control. And so that is the quick story from Joshua chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and even maybe a little bit of chapter 6, about how the Israelite people now were at a point where they trusted God, they obeyed God, and God gave them the victory. And so something I want to talk a little bit about with you is, how often do you trust God on the first time and obey? Does it happen? Or how often do you trust your parents when they tell you to do something on the first time and obey and then see a blessing? I think a lot of times we question our parents or we question our teachers, like, are you sure that's what I'm supposed to do? I think I should do this instead. And a lot of times we hesitate or we don't obey immediately. And God wants us to obey him right away, with knowing he is in control, he can take care of us. And I hope for you, you will obey not just your parents and your teachers at school, or your teachers however you're doing school, but I hope that you will choose to obey God. And while obeying God, you also obey your parents, your teachers, the people in your life that are asking you to do the right things at the right time. Because God blesses those people that honor him with their life through obedience. And I think that that's what we see here, as the city of Jericho became the Israelites were able to win this battle of Jericho. And it's one of the biggest, easiest ones, but the biggest victories, because Jericho was a huge city, big walls, lots of, the people of Jericho lived inside the city walls, is how big the city was and how big the walls were. But with God's help and Rahab helping, they were able to be victorious. And so, cool story for this week. We're going to be talking about it again on Wednesday. So I hope that you will join with me either here on campus or again on YouTube through our video, because we're going to be continuing to talk a little bit more about this even on Wednesday night. But until then, I'll see you a little bit later on.
And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my let's go. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, I'll fix my eyes on you. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, I'll fix my eyes on you. Where I'm going, no, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my all, you are my own. You kiss, you are my all, kiss. I'll fix my eyes on you.
All right, here we are. We're going to wrap up today with another game, another edition of Letdown Showdown. And so I think we got 5 or 6 to see. What do you think is a bigger letdown? And so I want you guys to, again, argue in the room, talk to someone else around you, and decide which one of the two is a bigger letdown on the two that I show you. So starting off, here is the first one. There it is. So can y'all see that? So it's either a chocolate chip cookie with only one chocolate chip in it, or there's a sign that says ice cream, but then the small little sign beside it says, let me show you a little closer. What does that say? No ice cream, but then it's an ice cream sign. Or, oh, let me get my head out of the way. One chocolate chip. So what's the deal? What do y'all think is a worse letdown? Which one is a worse letdown? You gotta tell me, all right? Tell me which is worse. What do y'all think? Chocolate chip that has one singular chocolate chip, or when you go to get ice cream, you think there's ice cream and then no ice cream. All right, ready for the next one? Here's the next one. So the next one is this. So that is a pepperoni pizza. Let's see. Oh, pepperoni pizza with one pepperoni. That's it. One pepperoni. 8-inch pepperoni pizza. And then this, the other one, is a Twinkie with chocolate, but there is no chocolate in the center of the actual one. See it up top? No chocolate. Or pepperoni pizza with only one pepperoni. Which one is the worst? Which one's more of a letdown? It's a letdown showdown. You guys got to decide among yourselves which one is more disappointing. You ready for the next one though? Here's the next one. Man, this is such a letdown. Y'all see this? So that one right there is a watermelon, but that's all the watermelon. The rest of it is, I guess, what do you call it? The shell? I don't know. So the watermelon only in the tiny little bit, and then this one over here looks like it's like an egg McMuffin, but that is the egg, and that is the meat, and that's the McMuffin. So man, That's missing some stuff right there. Which one do you think is the bigger letdown? You guys tell each other, argue about it, decide about it, talk about it, maybe agree together. And the watermelon, that's super disappointing. Because I don't even think you can get any watermelon out of there. That's just disappointing. Alright, so here's the next one. The next one looks like this. So you got a horse cookie cutter, and that turns out to look like a buffalo. And then you got SpongeBob SquarePants. Is that a popsicle? But then SpongeBob is actually crying, it looks like, in the actual popsicle pulled out of the box. That looks nothing like the smiling SpongeBob. No, he's like all sad and crying. And then over here, I feel like that's a buffalo or bear. That's not a Mustang or a horse. Which one do y'all think? Which one's a bigger letdown? I mean, both are letdowns, right? It's a letdown showdown. But which one's more? You got to decide and tell us. Oh, this next one, oh my goodness, it's disappointing. Y'all ready for the next one? Kapow! So, this is a box of chili spaghetti you can buy from the store. Look at all that cheese on top. I mean, delicious cheese, delicious chili, and then some spaghetti. But then when you open it up, it looked like that. What do y'all think? And then here we go is some McDonald's, what do you call those? Cheese sticks, mozzarella sticks. But then when they actually open them up, there was no mozzarella in the middle. Dude, that's disappointing. So would you rather it look terrible like this one, or just be missing the cheese up in that one? I don't know which, because both are very much a letdown. Letdown showdown. All right, so here's the last one of the day. Gotta choose. So your hamburger is supposed to look like this, and then you get it and it looks like that. Can y'all see that? It's like pickles and tomato barely hanging out. Oh my goodness. Or back to the Subway from last week. Subway sandwich was supposed to look like this, a Philly cheesesteak, but then when you got it, it looked like that. Now I know y'all can't see that good enough, so let me show you this. That sandwich, look at that comparison. There is no comparison between that smashed Subway sandwich. But then look at this hamburger. Hamburger looking all delicious with some onions. Look at that grilled patty, and then look at that thing. Oh my word. What kind of hamburger is that? So, this was the letdown showdown. This is it for the day. I hope you guys had fun debating, arguing, talking, discussing, and learning about how the city of Jericho was won. Who was the lady again? What was her name? I know you guys know this story. But what's really cool is how God gave them the victory. And again, we're going to talk more about it on Wednesday night. So I hope I see you either in person or right here on the video. Until then, have a great week.